Business School, I, Aparna, stand before you today with a deep sense of honor and privilege. On behalf of Geeta Ratan International Business School, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Management Development Program. We at Geeta Ratan are extremely honored to welcome our guest, Mr. Varun Gulati, President of Banking Quest. We extend a very warm welcome to our Professor Director, Dr. Vikas Nath, fellow faculty members and dear students. I would request our guest, Mr. Gulati and Director Sir, to kindly light the lamp to proceed with the program. Please come.
Coordinator should also be there.
Is affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, Delhi, and is approved by All India Council for Technical Education (AICTE), Ministry of HRD, Government of India for Technical Programs, and Bar Council of India for Law Programs. GIBS is currently offering postgraduate programs with MBA, MBA IB, and undergraduate programs like BBA LLB, BA LLB, and BBA. GIBS has been graded A by National Assessment and Accreditation Council (NAC) in second cycle. It is an ISO 9001-2015 certified institute. GIBS has been rated A+ by State Fee Regulatory Committee, a fee committee of Government of NCT of Delhi and GTSIP University. GIBS has been rated Grade A by Academic Audit Cell of GGSIP University consecutively from past 8 years. Also, GIBS has been rated number 2 by Times B School Survey consecutively for last 3 years. I feel extremely honored to announce that our Honorable Vice Chairman Sir received ET Leadership Excellence Award in Education by Economic Times. May I now request Director Sir to extend a welcome to our guests.
Well, please come. Welcome to this.
Now, I would request our Director Sir to kindly address the students.
So I use that. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Though the audience is small and the audience is big, but the program is very good, and it's a good program because we are going to learn something new. Cryptocurrency, though this concept is not new, but it's a recent concept which has come into the market, and for us, we have not been doing much in the cryptocurrency framework. Those of you who want to earn quick and want to test it, I think you are now attending the right program. I welcome Mr. Varun Grover to this particular program with his friend who happen to be here with him. And I think you will get to learn a lot many good things from him because he is, should I say, expert in this area, but he is well acquainted with this particular concept. And in the small interaction that we were having, he said that if you want to become quick rich and you are ready to take risks, I think cryptocurrency is the right way to invest. He will give you better details about what cryptocurrency is, though many of you may be knowing about it. But I happen to hear about the word of cryptocurrency, but I have never traded in it. So today, try to understand this concept, and I think next year or in few years, cryptocurrency is going to be a regulated market, and all of us who wish to trade in this particular area, we will be able to do it in a better manner. So welcome Mr. Varun for this particular management development program. The audience consists of our students and some of our pass out students who happen to be our alumni and who are working in the corporate. So that's the mix of the audience and we would love to listen and learn from you. Welcome once again. Thank you.
Currently, cryptocurrencies used as a means of payment is limited, probably because the amount of knowledge required for it is limited. For that, we have here our guest, Mr. Varun Gulati, who would enlighten us on whether cryptocurrency as an investment is risky or not. Sir, please.
Alright, thank you Vikas sir for a warm welcome, and thank you everyone for being here today. And I'm also very glad that I'm here to tell you more about cryptocurrency as an investment. It is a good place to be rich very early, that is true, but there are a lot of pitfalls. So we'll go over the pitfalls and how you can invest and build a portfolio for the upcoming bull cycle that we're going to experience in 2024. Alright, with that, let's get started. So cryptocurrency, let's be interactive and let's have a conversation going forward. So how many of you are aware of cryptocurrency? What is cryptocurrencies? Please.
So cryptocurrency is basically an exchange of mode of payment.
It's a mode of payment.
Yes sir.
That's good. That's good.
Basically उसमें barriers नहीं आते, जैसे बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे ट्रांसफर करने पे जैसे बैंक से ट्रांसफर करने पेपर वर्क बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, बट बिटकॉइन में या कहीं भी किसी क्रिप्टोकरेंसी का ज़्यादा नहीं होता है।
ठीक है, that is a good understanding. Okay, that is one way to look at it. Very nice. कि कोई barrier नहीं है, कोई tax involved नहीं है बीच में, so it is a good way to send money and receive money. So one use case is to send and receive money without a government barrier. Any other thing that you know about?
Sir, it's a virtual currency.
Virtual currency, digital currency है. That is good. Any more things? What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin, who made Bitcoin? Satoshi Nakamoto. Have you heard the name Satoshi Nakamoto? Okay, so he made Bitcoin, but does anyone know who Satoshi Nakamoto is? He's an anonymous person. Nobody knows. Usne banaya Bitcoin and then he disappeared. Right? Because he feared the government regulation. He knew how strong of a new technology Bitcoin is. So he made the Bitcoin for the masses and then he disappeared. How many Bitcoins are in circulation? How many Bitcoins are in circulation? कितने Bitcoins हैं पूरे world में जो चलते हैं? It's 21 million. And no one can make more Bitcoin than 21 million. So it's a fixed supply. How many Bitcoins have people bought? Out of 21 million, how many have people bought? How many have people lost? How many are still not mined? Any idea about these numbers? So out of 21 million, around 15 million people have bought. Around 3 or 4 million have not been mined yet, and around 1 million people have lost. So there is supply, there is a limited supply. It's not like dollar. Government can print dollars, government can print rupees. So there is an infinite supply of dollar and rupee, but for Bitcoin it is a limited supply. Right? So dollar and rupee are inflationary. Bitcoin is inflation resistant and also it is deflationary in that sense. So क्या होता है कि government can print dollar and rupee, so buying power of dollar and rupee goes down, but buying power of Bitcoin is always going up. So that is how Bitcoin is placed in the whole digital cryptocurrency landscape. Bitcoin, and then we have other cryptocurrencies, and the other cryptocurrencies are called altcoins. Bitcoin is the king coin; it is the king, and all the other cryptocurrencies are called altcoins, alternate coins. All right. So this was the basic understanding. So now I know you are aware of Bitcoin. Do people know about mining? Mining क्या होता है? Have you heard about mining? Okay. Okay. There are a few people who know about mining, but we'll cover about mining briefly. We'll touch upon that. All right. With that, let's start. So first thing is about myself. I'm a software engineer. I work on blockchain a lot for the last 10 years. I work with firms like Morgan Stanley as technology associates. Morgan Stanley is a bank, so I was in fintech domain in the US. And then I joined Google as a software engineer, and I worked on building Google app and YouTube Music app. So I was in the US working for these companies for nearly 10 years. And before that, I did my master's from the US, from Carnegie Mellon University. And before that, I did my bachelor's from Delhi College of Engineering in Rohini, which is now MDP, Delhi Technology University. All right. So about blockchain. So we'll cover why blockchain. Why do we need blockchain? So current financial system, जो banks हैं, that is siloed. These are centralized. These trust intermediaries, and these represent value. So banks are centralized. So one, like let's say HDFC Bank, it's centralized. It is owned by like one big entity. So it is centralized. You have to trust the bank. You go to a bank to ask for a loan, and then there is a banker, and you have to trust that banker. Okay, okay, you can take my money. You can save the money in like some storage area, and then you will not lose it. So you are trusting the banker that they are not losing the money. But that's not the case with blockchain. Blockchain is not siloed, it's an open system. Anyone can open a bank like HDFC on blockchain. Right? So that's, blockchain is not siloed, it is trustless. You are not trusting any intermediary. There is no banker in the middle. There is no banker. We'll explain how this is possible, but right now just understand that there is no intermediary. You are trusting the power of the blockchain. Because the trust that the bank offers is built inside the blockchain itself. Right? So that is blockchain. It represents not just the monetary value, but it represents non-monetary value as well. So you go to a bank, you put the money. You go to a blockchain, you can put the money. So that's, the banks and cryptocurrencies represent a monetary value, that's true. But along with the monetary value, they represent other kind of value. For example, you can store your house deeds. आपने घर खरीदा, गाड़ी खरीदी, registry होती है. So right now you are saving that registry and the bank deed with the trustable entity, which is the government or the banks. But now with the blockchain, that trust is built inside the blockchain. We'll discuss how that is happening. But it's not just representing the monetary value, but it's also representing non-monetary value, including house deeds. So paintings हैं, Mona Lisa की painting है. There is one big entity who is responsible for selling and buying Mona Lisa painting, right? But now with blockchain, that entity can be totally removed, discarded, and we pay a huge fees for those custodian of paintings. But now with blockchain, we don't have to pay that high fee. So existence of bank is under threat with the advent of blockchain, which is a decentralized model of blockchain. There is a lot of threat the government is facing that the monetary rupee or dollar in a circulation could be replaced by Bitcoin. And now we are in an inflationary economy, and the inflationary economy has its own benefits. So government they print more money to like fast track the economy. That will not be possible with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has a limited supply. There is a lot of pros and cons with both of these centralized and non-centralized approaches. But now blockchain can be centralized or not centralized, both. So other use cases include, we could also have ICOs. You have heard about IPO, initial public offering. Now there is ICO, initial coin offering. Initial coin offering is just the same as initial public offering. Initial public offering में क्या होता है? You invest in stock. कोई नया stock आता है, so they launch an IPO. You invest in the IPO. The same way, there is नया coin आता है, so there is like the same company, but initial coin offering is more decentralized. Initial public offering is more centralized. So that's one use case. Blockchain can be used to store public records. Public records say house deeds हैं, that is public record. आपका आधार कार्ड है, that would be on the blockchain. आप vote करना चाहते हो, that would also go on the blockchain. And आप vote करने चाहते हो, who do you trust? You trust the government कि आपने vote किया सही party को किया है, right? With blockchain, you can trust the blockchain that whoever you are voting, that is going directly on the blockchain. So that is, you are removing the intermediary in the between. It can also be used in supply chain. Supply chain use होता है. So if you go to grocery store, आपने you buy let's say cauliflower खरीदा, गोभी तुम्हें पता नहीं कहाँ से आ रही है. So with blockchain, you will have a transparent supply chain. It will tell you where that vegetable is coming from, who grew it, when they grew it. So everything will be transparent. So you know कि आप जो खा रहे हैं, where it's coming from. So that's another one of the use cases. It can also be used in invoicing. So these are there are a lot of decentralized finance, DeFi, which we call. We'll discuss that as well. So a lot of DeFi companies that are coming up, where they are built on blockchain and those are totally branchless. Right now, अगर आपको कुछ financial service चाहिए, you go to a bank. But now there are so many branchless banks. Paytm की branches कहाँ पे हैं? Right. So now in the future there will be decentralized finance. You will never have a branch or a person to talk to. You can go to simple decentralized finance DeFi website that will just be a bank that will not have any branches. You can go to that website and you can ask for a loan for the collateral that you have. Right now they are working on a liquid collateral. They don't work on like a hard collateral, but you can pledge your collateral and take a loan. Liquid collateral means you can have another cryptocurrency and you can take a loan out of that. So what is blockchain? Blockchain होता क्या है? So I talk about blockchain and what is blockchain? Technologically, what is blockchain? Anyone? What is blockchain? सुना तो होगा सब में blockchain, weird जगह, the term is thrown around, but what is it? What is it like? What notion that you have? It could be wrong. It's fine. What do you have a notion in your head? What is blockchain? Cloud पे कुछ चीज है दिखता नहीं है पहले बात तो, because it's not easy to like visualize, see or touch. It's not like that. It's on the cloud, right?
Distributed ledger technology.
Exactly. It is a distributed ledger technology. So distributed ledger technology. First is distributed. Second is ledger. Third is technology. So you said distributed. Distributed meaning we'll cover that. Ledger. When you say blockchain, it's a chain of blocks, and each block is a ledger. आप जाते हो बैंक में, you transfer money from someone to someone. Ledger में लिखा आता है ना, this person A transfer money to B on this date and this much amount. So that is gone on the blockchain. Blockchain पे लिखा जाता है. So blockchain is just एक के बाद एक ledger. एक ledger भर गया, उसके बाद तुम दूसरा ledger शुरू करोगे, and then you link the previous ledger to the new ledger. Right. So it is a chain of blocks, chain of ledgers, basically, one after the other. एक block भर गया, then you go to the next block. Right. And in each block you have this person send the money to the other person. Right. So there is one truth about blockchain, that whatever goes in the blockchain can never be changed or deleted. Right. So जो एक बार लिख दिया वो लिख दिया. The other truth is it is single source of truth, and it is visible to everyone, public है. So you go to a bank बोलता है this person transfer money to that person, and any regular person cannot see कि आपने किसको भेजे पैसे या किसको भेजे. But in blockchain everyone can see because it's distributed, it is decentralized. So everyone will have a same copy of the blockchain. So ledger के एक copy सबको visible है. Everyone can see who sent the money to whom, but आपका नाम लिंक नहीं होगा. Your identity would be a hash code. एक बहुत बड़ा अकाउंट नंबर होगा और इस अकाउंट नंबर में इसको भेजें, इसको भेजें. But nobody knows who owns this account number. Alright. So your identity is obscure in that sense, but it is still available on the blockchain. Please इसको भेजें.
If you want to rectify, how you will rectify? Some mistakes has been committed.
So you
so
have
we are a human being. When you write, you will commit a mistake.
Right.
How it is?
So if you want to rectify, you have to have another entry of the ledger कि आपने एक ठीक करना है. So you say oh गलती हो गई. Instead of transferring 100 rupees, you have to transfer. So you credit 90 rupees. So it's like rectifying entry would be there. There will be a new entry in the blockchain to rectify the old entry. But there has been no mistakes in the blockchain so far. What do you mean no mistakes in the blockchain? One mistake can be if you want to transfer, okay, let's say 100 rupees, but you transfer 200 rupees. So that is your own mistake, right? But no mistake as in, अगर आपके पास इतने पैसे नहीं है, you don't have 200 rupees, but you try to transfer 200 rupees, so that would not go through. That would be decline. And who will decline it? Miners will decline it. Miners are responsible for verifying कि जो transaction है वो ठीक जा रही है, blockchain पे नहीं जा रही है. Right? So we'll discuss about how miners do that in a bit. So blockchain is a decentralized network. So blockchain is a decentralized network. It is a decentralized database. It is a decentralized computer. Right? So it is decentralized network, database, and computer. Database is ledger is a database. Ledger जो है वो database है. Right? It is a decentralized network. It is not just one database. There are multiple databases on the network, and they share the same copy of the ledger. It is a decentralized computer. A computer that can be run from anywhere. There are different types of blockchain protocols. Bitcoin is one blockchain protocol. Right? So we call about blockchain, but it's done on a protocol way of doing things. Blockchain, Bitcoin में क्या करते हैं? You can only transfer money from one person to the other. But there are other blockchain protocols called Ethereum, where you can not only just transfer money, but you can do something that is more smarter than just transferring money. We'll discuss about smart contracts later. But basic application, Bitcoin was a proof of concept that you can transfer money from person A to person B in an anonymous way. Okay, trivia question: when was Bitcoin launched? Which year was Bitcoin launched? 2009. Yes, it was launched in 2009, right after the financial crisis, and people realized there was a need for decentralization in the financial industry. Alright, it was launched in 2009. Where was it launched? Where was it launched? What was the main use case? Which time? Why did someone want to launch it? To transfer money. That was the only use case, anonymously. Anonymous transfer of money was the only use case, and it was launched on the. So what is decentralized? There is centralized and there is decentralized. Decentralized is totally opposite of centralized. Yes, sir. Right? And there is something in the middle which is called distributed. Right? So there is something in the middle of centralized and decentralized, which means distributed. Amazon.com के जो वेब सर्वर्स हैं, जो कि सर्वर्स काम करते हैं, जो डेटाबेस काम करता है, that works in a distributed fashion. उनका एक सेंट्रल जगह पे सर्वर है, उनकी बहुत सारे सर्वर्स हैं, but all of those servers are controlled by one single entity. That is distributed, but now we have the concept of decentralized. In decentralized, anyone can be a supercomputer. Centralized, there is only one master computer, let's say. In distributed, there can be multiple master computers and they can switch the roles. कोई master बन सकता है, कोई slave बन सकता है, like that. But in decentralized, anyone can be a master computer. Anyone on the Bitcoin network can act as anyone else on the Bitcoin network. Anyone can have their own Bitcoin, right? But on distributed, anyone cannot have their own Amazon.com servers. But on Bitcoin, anyone can have because that is decentralized. Right? So that is the whole difference. So I don't know if the image is very visible to you, but it is visible. It is visible. So centralized में let me just here. So centralized में if you see there is a one central node. Central node is connected to all the other. Central node you can call the master and the others are the slave. In distributed, you have connected web. Anyone can be a master, but not outside the circle. Outside the circle means regular public. Inside the circle means Amazon.com. So no one outside the network can start their own Amazon.com. But in decentralized, anyone outside the circle, these dots outside the circle, and these are one computers basically. Right? They can start their own servers outside the network, and they can behave just like any other Bitcoin node. So this photo represents Alice here, A, we call Alice as A, wants to send money to Bob, which is B. So we are trying to send money from A to B on blockchain. Right? बीच में क्या आता है? There is a shared database which is called blockchain. So A wants to send money. Alice would send a request on her phone on a digital wallet, saying that they want to send the money to Bob, and बीच में आता है blockchain. And it will send the money to any one node on the decentralized network, saying that can you process the transaction. And any one node will have the same copy of the ledger, same updated copy of the ledger. Right? Just imagine if Alice wants to send money to Bob, and it connects to one node on the network that has an old copy of the blockchain. So क्या होगा, उसको latest transaction दिखाई नहीं होगा. So how would you make sure that everyone has the same copy of the Bitcoin node? So we make sure with something called a consensus mechanism. So there are many different kinds of consensus mechanisms. Does anyone know about any consensus mechanism? There is proof of work, proof of stake. These are two most popular. Okay. So there is proof of work, there is proof of stake. There are many others. Proof of importance, proof of capacity. So basically, whoever designed any blockchain, they have to think about how everyone on the node or the network would have the same copy based on the consensus mechanism. So consensus mechanism is used by the miners. Miners, what will they do is they'll start their own computers all around the world. They'll have their node on the decentralized network. And then what they'll do is they'll do mining. And they have to connect to the latest, same version of the they have to see the same copy of the ledger on the database that they are having. So there are two types of consensus mechanism. One is proof of work, the other is proof of stake. Bitcoin is based on proof of work. Ethereum is based on proof of stake. So proof of work क्या होता है? Proof of work में you have to prove, the miners have to prove that they can do more work than the other miners. Right? How will they prove that they can do more work? They don't have to do any work themselves. Their computer have to do work, right? So their computers have to prove that they can do more work. And what computer will do more work? Which is a supercomputer will do more work? Higher capacity computer will do more work. They have to buy a higher capacity computer. Jiska CPU, GPU, they have a better memory and they're faster, basically. So that is, they are proving that they can do more work. But Ethereum is based on proof of stake. So when any miner on the Ethereum network, they want to get more probability of mining the transaction so that they can get more mining rewards. So they have to prove that they have more stake. And how they prove they have more stake? They can prove they have more stake by buying more of the underlying cryptocurrency. जिसके पास ज़्यादा Ethereum है, they get more probability of mining. जिसके पास कम Ethereum है, उससे कम. So which one of these two approaches is more environmentally friendly? Proof of work. Environmentally friendly. Environmentally friendly. If you have bigger computers, they consume more electricity. Right? So proof of work is less environmentally friendly. So Bitcoin has this thing going against Bitcoin that it consumes a lot of electricity. So everyone all around the world, they want to mine Bitcoin, they will get bigger computers, and when they get bigger computers, they'll consume more electricity. So this is the thing that is going against the network of Bitcoin, that it is consuming more electricity, so it is not good for the environment. Ethereum was also proof of work, but now they realize that it is not environmentally friendly, so they moved to proof of stake. So miners would have to hold a percentage of Ethereum to be able to get more probability of mining.
What is actually Ethereum is?
Ethereum means?
I don't know, I can't understand that particular thing.
Okay, so Bitcoin is one cryptocurrency.
Okay.
All the other cryptocurrencies are altcoins.
Alternate coins.
Altcoins means short form alt, ALT.
Okay.
Alternate, alt. Right. So we call altcoins. So Ethereum is one of the topmost altcoins. Bitcoin is just a proof that you can be sending money from person A to person B and how it will work in a decentralized manner. Ethereum is smarter than Bitcoin. Ethereum can also do that, but it can also do many other things. For example, they can have smart contracts. We'll cover smart contracts. Smart contracts is just another contract, but you can define कि इसमें ये करना है. So it is smarter than Bitcoin basically. Ethereum is another blockchain. It is also a blockchain, but which is smarter than Bitcoin. It can do more things than just transfer money from A to B. Okay. So that is Ethereum. It is the second most popular cryptocurrency. It is right up in the second after Bitcoin. It is Ethereum. So one-way cryptography. So miners verify that the transaction is actually true. Right? Miners do their job. They verify that whatever goes in the blockchain is actually the right thing that is going in the blockchain. But how are they verifying that? They are verifying that by the means of one-way cryptography. So one-way cryptography क्या होता है? So whenever you write password on the website, so how does the password go to the server for being validated? अगर आपने google.com पे Gmail पे password डाला अपना, password जाता है google.com के server पे, and anyone who is looking at the server can look at your password database में, but that is never possible. How is it not possible? So आपने password डाला ABC or something. Is that ABC text saved in the database as ABC, or is it saved as a jumbled word? Encrypted, right? So आपने ABC डाला, वहाँ पे encrypted है. So how will they match encrypted version with ABC? They will decrypt it first. They will decrypt it first, and then they will match it. But I'll tell you, there is another way where they don't have to decrypt it. तो decrypt नहीं करना होगा, but they can still verify. So that is called one-way cryptography. आपने ABC डाला, वो वहाँ पे encrypted होके गया, but they don't have to decrypt it. They can still verify that one-way encryption. एक बार encrypt हुआ, but then there is verification. So this is how one-way encryption works. So this is new concept that encryption is possible, decryption is not possible, but verification is possible. Yeah, checksum से हो जाता है, you know, things like that. It's a very deep, like technical concept, but it is more recent. But now it is being used in mining, world of mining. So for example, यहाँ पे input डाला है Fox, and then there is a hash term. एक hash term बन गया है, which is encrypted version. So encryption is possible. It goes to ciphertext, but decryption is not possible. But validation is possible using some technique called checksum. So miners क्या करते हैं? So miners what they do is, so person A wants to transfer money to person B, and then it gets encrypted just like your password. It goes to the miners, and miners cannot decrypt it, but they can verify what is right or wrong. Right? So miners work on the same way, which is called one-way cryptography. Risks with crypto, क्या risks हैं? And then we'll talk more about how to build your portfolio, what is risky, what you can have in your portfolio, and what you cannot. Thrills and spills of investing in digital assets. With meteoric rise to dizzy losses, cryptocurrency presents a unique blend of opportunities. Right? So it's a roller coaster ride, basically. So in this presentation, we will delve into the risks and rewards of dealing with cryptocurrencies. So what is cryptocurrency investing? It is nothing but investing in digital assets, just like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and thousands of others. Alright, so let's name a few cryptocurrencies that you have heard. Sir just learned about Ethereum, but any other cryptocurrency which you have heard is just name a few cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is one, Ethereum is another.
So NFTs.
Solana is another.
NFTs would be considered.
NFTs are not cryptocurrencies, but we'll discuss about NFT is something that is built on Ethereum and other kind of blockchain, smart blockchain. Chainlink is another. Sorry? Cardano is another. Very good. Very good. So is Cardano a blockchain?
Yes, sir.
Is Solana a blockchain?
Yes, sir.
Alright, is Chainlink a blockchain? Alright. So these are called layer 2 blockchains, Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, these are layer 2. Layer 1 could be just Bitcoin is layer 1. Bitcoin is less smart, like we discussed. Layer 2 is more smart, right? Cardano, Solana, these are layer 2 zeros. Alright, any other cryptocurrencies that you know about?
So gaming cryptos are also there.
Gaming cryptos.
Yes.
Gaming cryptos, like example.
Gala.
Sorry.
Gala.
Gala coin. Alright. Any other? Alright, okay. Just wanted to see कि आप कितना you're aware of the crypto market, but a few people are more aware.
Sir, Worldcoin.
Worldcoin. Okay.
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin. That's good.
Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inu.
Meme coin.
Meme coins, there are many meme coins. Right. That's good. Okay. So what are your aims for we aim for capital appreciation. We want to trade. We want to hold long term, and we want to participate in DeFi, decentralized finance. What is decentralized finance? Decentralized finance. DeFi सुना है किसने?
सर DeFi coins भी होते हैं.
DeFi coins.
एक narrative होता है ना coins का. जैसे layer by narrative हो गया, layer 2 narrative हो गया, तो ऐसे कौन से
categories.
Yes, sir.
It's like just another category. DeFi is decentralized finance. It's just like a bank operating on blockchain. This is called decentralized finance. And traditional banking is under threat because of decentralized finance. So the risks are, it is unregulated, it is often volatile, it requires high risk tolerance, strong understanding of the underlying technology. So how many cryptocurrencies are there right now? कितना cryptocurrencies होंगे? Initially एक ही cryptocurrency हुआ करता था, which was Bitcoin in 2009, which was the first cryptocurrency. 2015 में Ethereum आया. It is very recent. Right? But today, as of today, how many cryptocurrencies are there? Any guesses? Any guesses? How many cryptocurrencies are there? So we have more than 21,000 cryptocurrencies, and all of the cryptocurrencies combined have a market capitalization of more than 800 billion. अभी 1 trillion से ऊपर चला गया होगा. So there are so many cryptocurrencies in a matter of 10 years.
Now, how you have calculated that market capitalizations? What is the basis for calculating the Bitcoin market capitalizations?
So Bitcoin market capitalization means what is the, if you sell all the Bitcoins right now, और आज Bitcoin का price चल रहा है $42,000, and then there are 21 million Bitcoins. If you multiply $42,000 with 21 million, you will get the market capitalization of Bitcoin. If you sell all the cryptocurrencies all of a sudden right now 21 million at the same price, that is the market capitalization.
Now, how they value this? It's a $42,000 you said. Now, how they are valuing it? Or is there any index they have got on what basis they are doing this?
So it's just buy and sell. So
Buy
it's
and
just
sell,
like
that's it.
buy and sell. How much money people are willing to pay to buy one Bitcoin? This is the price of the Bitcoin.
It's
And
like an auction.
it is like this bid and ask. जैसे कोई stocks खरीदना है आपको, the same way you buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin का एक there will be a bid, there will be an ask. What group होता है. So the highest bid and the lowest ask will determine the price. So bids are the supply side, ask is the
Also bid and ask.
bidder and ask. That determines the price.
Like a currency markets, like where you are dealing in the same procedure.
Same way. So demand and supply will determine the price. So right now, Bitcoin's price is around $42,000, and you multiply with the supply of Bitcoin, 21 million, you get the overall market capitalization of Bitcoin. Bitcoin market capitalization would be around $400 billion right now, and the सारे coins हैं, सबके मिला के it would be around $800 billion. So $800 billion, with $400 billion is Bitcoin itself. So Bitcoin is dominating the market by 50%. Other market capitalization Bitcoin has.
From India, anybody is doing this thing. There are dealers are there for this.
Yeah, there are many exchanges where you can buy and sell. So we can call them broker exchanges. So you can buy and sell.
Through them only you can do it.
Yes, you can do that. You link your bank account to those exchanges.
Is it not possible the individual can directly enter into the market and then like nowadays we got a DMAX is there through which?
So right now there is no digital currency. Fiat currency is there. The rupee that we have is known as fiat. Fiat is the name of them. Now we have the digital currency. Digital rupee is RF, right? So CBDC, central bank digital currency is coming out. So until that point, one digital currency can be converted into another digital currency. So when CBDC comes out with digital rupee, then you will be able to convert that digital rupee into Bitcoin directly. But right now we have to go through the regular banking channel where you convert the fiat currency, deposit in the exchanges, and then you buy a digital currency like Bitcoin. And then when you have bought the Bitcoin, then you can exchange that Bitcoin with other digital currencies.
Okay.
So this is the way you buy it. So what is risk? Risk hota gaya. What is this? What is this? What do you call this? You say, oh, it is risky and risky. What is this?
Probability of loss. It's more
Probability of loss.
Than earning.
More probability of losing than earning. Okay, interesting. So risk is nothing but uncertainty. If that uncertainty results in a loss, you call it risk. Right? Simple definition. So it can be both financial and emotional. It's financial risk, emotional risk. So there are different types of risks that exist in crypto markets, which is from volatility to scams. Volatility has scams, and there's so many things happening. There can be errors. Blockchain में error आ गया है. Code ही है, code में bugs आते रहते हैं. Right? So there could be errors, there could be bugs in the code. There could be regulatory uncertainty. कि China ने ban कर दिया, India ने ban कर दिया. And there could be regulatory uncertainty. So you have to manage risk through diversification. You have to do your own research. You have to be responsible while investing. So there's a biggest exchange in the world collapsed. Many people lost the money. And the owner of the exchange is behind the bars for more than 100 years. Sam Bankman-Fried, introduced the name
FTX.
FTX, right? FTX. So if you are in the market, this is very common names. FTX collapse, FTX. This is the biggest collapse in the history of the crypto market, and crypto market got a backlash for it. So there is no legal protection. There is no legal protection. In the cryptocurrency is largely unregulated. So buyers are exposed to a lot of theft. अगर चोरी हो गया तो आप गवर्नमेंट के पास नहीं जा सकते. You cannot say that I lost my Bitcoin. Then the government will be like, oh, we never regulated it by investing in it. So, but the governments are still developing legal frameworks. So these days, the government says there will be flat 30% tax. Right? If you make any money, there will be flat 30% tax. If you lose any money, you don't have to pay any taxes, but you cannot claim the losses.
Is this market run by the underworld?
It seems that it is being run by the underworld. Seems that it is run by the underworld because it is so decentralized. There is no centralized point of authority.
That's the thing.
It
If
appears
the government can't control this, that means it is in the hands of some big tycoons.
it is in the hands of the people because it is decentralized. If people don't want it, they will not be minors. People want it, they will be minors. Right? But the government is unable to control it. It appears as if it is under the control of the mafia or something. So this is a perception that the government has to break by first regulating it. When the government regulates it, then people would know, okay, it is being controlled by people only. But the government has some control over,
If the government regulates, then it will come under the federal bank. So the federal bank will take completely control of the situation.
So
because it will affect the money market completely on the US.
Yes. But the federal bank would not be able to control it because of its decentralized nature.
Okay.
US if you want to buy some stocks in the US, you can buy only in the US, right? So that another country cannot influence what's going on in the US. Same goes with India. किसी को Ambani या किसी भी shares खरीदने हैं, so they have to be an Indian citizen. They have to be registered with the stock exchange, demat account चाहिए होगा and everything. But that's not the case with cryptocurrency. So the government is not able to regulate the cryptocurrency. So they see cryptocurrency as a risky endeavor. So they want to stay out of it. They want people to stay out of it because it is a risk to dollar. It is a risk to rupee. It is a risk to the stock market. So one day people will be like, okay, why would I hold my deposit in a bank. Instead, I will just buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin की price तो ऊपर ही जाता है. So it is a threat to the banks. So the government is very wary of where this market is going and what will be the long-term impact of actually allowing Bitcoin in the economy. So government is very wary of regulating it and legalizing it. But right now there is so much of pressure from every participant in who want to invest. There is a lot of big industries that are based on Bitcoin. So government is trying to regulate it, then outright ban it. So abhi recently I have 30% taxes. There is TDS also, tax reduction at source. If you buy cryptocurrency, your tax will be deducted directly. So things like that is happening. The government is trying to regulate it, but also as a so there is the importance of due diligence. We have to choose a reputable platform with strong security measures and understanding the limitations of current legal procedures. So have you heard about XRP, which is Ripple? You have heard. Ripple is another coin just like Ethereum. Ethereum जैसा है, Ripple है, but Ripple has a different application. Ripple is used for remittances. अगर आप पैसे भेजने हैं from one country to another, Swift use करते हैं, Swift protocol. Now Swift. अभी Ripple जो है is challenging Swift, and the government said that you are not a registered security, so they tried to shut it down. But Ripple fought a case for so many years, and then finally they won in the US SEC exchanges. They won the case against the SEC in the US Security Exchange Commission, and with that, the government realized that they cannot outrightly ban these cryptocurrencies. Things like these are happening in the market. So there's lack of regulations, and you have to stay informed about the regulation before you invest. The other thing, like we all know, everything that goes on blockchain cannot be changed. अगर आपने कुछ गलती कर दी, आपने एक zero extra डाल दिया, you want to sell 100 rupees, you send 1,000 rupees. You cannot undo it. You can request the person, if you know the other person, you can call him, like I made a mistake, can you refund that money? Then if he's a good person, then he'll refund it, or your money is gone. So every time you want to send some money, you have to pay a fee which is called a gas fee. And you have to pay attention, and the gas fee goes to the miners. Miners who run their computers, they have to be paid, right? So sometimes, initially, जो Bitcoin का protocol है उसमें defined है इतना fees जाएगा, और they have kept a reserve already. धीरे-धीरे इसको 40 साल तक fees pay करनी. After that fees runs out, you have to pay that fees out of pocket. But Ethereum में they don't have a reserve like that. Everyone who wants to do a transaction, they pay a fee out of pocket, and that fee is variable depending on how many people are trying to send the money at the same time. अगर नेटवर्क पे ज़्यादा ट्रांजैक्शन है, बहुत सारे लोगों को पैसे भेजने हैं, फीस बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाती है. And one guy paid 3.1 million in fees. उसने notice नहीं किया that this is such a high fee, and he paid such a high fee just to send. And then he lost it. He cannot call a customer support. He cannot call a fee to reverse it. And you can see it on the blockchain that someone actually paid 3.1 million in fees, and that was an erroneous transaction. And that person couldn't do anything, that was in the news. So you have to be very cautious when you are doing these kind of transactions. You have to see how much fees that you are paying. Irreversible transactions. These are whatever goes into the blockchain is there forever. You cannot change it and do it. You cannot have a customer support. All legal. So all the information is public. It is living on the blockchain glasshouse. So the blockchain pay, you have your account number. It's not your name that goes in the blockchain. You have like a big account number, a hash code, bada sa. So but like on the social media, we posted, oh, this is my account number, and I bought like this photograph or from this account number, or I paid, and someone on the social media could link your profile with that account number. So that's a risk, right? And everybody knows that this account is linked to you, and then everyone can see that this account has so many assets. So your information is private as long as you will make it private. You don't post, although it's a public account number तो public होता है, but everybody knows उस account में कितने पैसे हैं, उस account में कौन से digital assets हैं, आपको digital assets का भी आगे जाना, so everybody knows how much of assets. So once your identity is leaked, it's leaked forever. You cannot undo it. You have to make a new account and then transfer everything to that new account. But then that new account will be linked to the old account on the blockchain, and your identity will be compromised. It's hard to build a new identity in that sense. So that's a very big risk. So the other risk is there's so much information. You can look at the trends on the blockchain, where people are spending money. So you can have early understanding of the trends, and some people can exploit that trend. Okay, so this is a public security issue. So there's a lot of volatility risk. We covered about the volatility risk. So a lot of factors like media sentiments, government actions, technological advancements, general market trends, so they can disrupt the prices very fast. We will cover more about volatility when we see the real world examples later. So there are strategies to managing volatility. So how would you manage? If you are an investor, you could do something called dollar cost average, DCA. What is DCA?
So
Yes.
first आपने जैसे up पे buy करा और market 20% down होगी, तो आप जैसे parts में invest करो,
हाँ.
3 parts में, 4 parts में.
एक ही बारी में आपको 1 लाख रुपए नहीं खरीदने हैं. आप 1 लाख को 10 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करो, हफ्ते हफ्ते में खरीदो, ताकि प्राइस ऊपर भी जाए नीचे भी जाए, एवरेज एक प्राइस आ जाएगा आपका बाय प्राइस. So you are keeping yourself safe with this strategy, which is called dollar cost averaging. You have to hold for long term hold term, of course, jaldi nahi becho. And then you have to set your stop loss. What is the stop loss?
ऐसा
Sorry?
stop loss कि यहाँ तक market आ गई तो मेरे को अपना investment कट करना पड़ेगा.
Investment. ठीक है, stop loss में आना है. So in 2021, in November, Bitcoin reached $69,000. And it dropped 70% in the next 3 months. So that was like very challenging. There are scams and errors. There are Ponzi schemes, phishing attack. There are fake wallets. So there are a lot of ways people are trying to scam on the blockchain because they know people cannot go to the government. There is no customer support. They will just open scam Ponzi websites. So we'll cover the real world examples. कैसे अभी आगे आएगा. How people are exploiting this nature of blockchain. There can be technical errors on platforms. Technical errors, bugs are in technology. So you have to do your thorough research. There are rug pull scams. So you know what one developer did? He made their own coin. Then the coin ran just like Ethereum. And what he enabled was just to buy it. He didn't enable to sell for the regular public. He could sell it himself. उसने कोड में लिख दिया that he can sell it himself, but he will not allow other people to sell it. So what people would start buying, they'll say, oh, chart ऊपर ही जा रहा है, it's only going up, so let me just buy something. So it's very rare that you cannot sell it, right? Everywhere you can sell also. The people started buying, the price went up, and one fine day he decided, okay, I made my money, he sold it. So he did a rug pull, he had a rug, he pulled the rug. Now all the poor investors, they had their losses. So there are hard forks and discontinuation. So what is a fork? Hard fork, there is a soft fork, there is a hard fork. What is forking? Fork, for them, you use the fork and spoon. Fork has like 2, 3, 4, stage. So it's like one thing going and it's divided into 4, 5 parts. So it is called fork. So there is a hard fork and there is a soft fork. So Bitcoin had a hard fork. Bitcoin Satoshi Dividend, Bitcoin SE and Bitcoin ADC got created. These are 2 other cryptocurrencies. And what they do is they copy the whole blockchain and they make their own new blockchain with some tweaks. And Bitcoin community got divided into two parts. Half of the community went with the Satoshi vision. Satoshi Nakamoto was the creator. They said Satoshi's vision was to have a smaller block size. So Bitcoin SV went with the smaller block size. Block size meaning they went with a smaller ledger on the blockchain. They didn't want a big ledger. Small and big ledger would have technical implications. He calls it as a fast slower. So they said we want a smaller block size. The other people said no, we want to evolve with the community and we'll have a bigger block size. So Bitcoin underwent two hard forks. Community got divided. When the community gets divided, the interests get divided, the investments get divided. So they move away from the main blockchain. Sometimes the main blockchain gets discarded forever. So if you have put your money in the main blockchain, community gets divided, there is a hard fork. Main blockchain कोई activity नहीं हो रही है, it will go down to zero. But that didn't happen with Bitcoin. Bitcoin SV and ADC have their own fan following now. उनका price अलग है और उनके investments अलग है. So hard forks can happen and your investment could go down the drain. Discontinuation भी हो सकता है, when the original blockchain gets discontinued or the new blockchain that will be discontinued. There are risks for hard forks and discontinuation also. Ethereum का hard fork हुआ था, Ethereum Classic got made. There's Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic has not gotten so much attention as Ethereum. Ethereum is still the king. There is a centralized versus decentralized exchange risk. So what is a centralized exchange? What is a decentralized exchange? Centralized exchange क्या है और decentralized? You can buy Bitcoin on a centralized exchange. You can also buy Bitcoin on a decentralized exchange. इंडिया में किसने बिटकॉइन खरीदा है? कोई क्रिप्टो करेंसी इंडिया में यहाँ पे खरीदा है किसने? कौन से एक्सचेंज में खरीदा आपने?
सर मैंने पहले कॉइनस्विच पे खरीदा था और बाइनेंस पे खरीद रखा है नहीं तो।
कॉइनस्विच है, बाइनेंस है, वजीरेक्स है, मोनोकॉइन है। ये जो वेबसाइट्स हैं, रेगुलर वेबसाइट है, they report to the government, they pay taxes to the government, everything. These are centralized. One day they decide they don't want to offer services, they can shut down their exchange. These are centralized. But there are decentralized exchanges also. Those directly connect with the blockchain. Blockchain is public, so they can directly connect with the blockchain and you can buy anything on the blockchain. So would you want to buy from a centralized blockchain, or centralized exchange, or a decentralized exchange? Centralized exchange. What are the pros of buying from a centralized exchange? Services.
Buying and selling.
Services. Customer support. Say again.
Buy and selling is smooth of
User friendly.
User friendly. What again?
Buying and selling of crypto is very smoothly done.
Buying and selling.
And of crypto is very smoothly done.
Smoothly done. Okay. Yeah, easy to buy and sell, better customer support, better user experience. So these are pros of buying from a centralized exchange. What are the negative points? What are the cons of buying from a centralized exchange? Okay, because you don't own the cryptocurrency, the exchange owns it. They'll show that you have this much in your account and you trust that intermediary, that owner of that exchange, that he'll give that Bitcoin to you when you ask him. And usually there is no such problem, but there are some cases like FTX collapse where they decide, okay, यहाँ से पैसे निकाल के let me invest in the other asset, and then when they go down, वापस कर दूँगा, like that, and sometimes it doesn't happen. Right? So centralized exchange pose these kind of risks that you have to trust and intermediate. What are the benefits of buying from a decentralized exchange? Decentralized exchange से क्यों क्लियर हो गया? There is no intermediary. No one person is not controlling it. Everything that you're buying it on the blockchain. तो blockchain पे आपका रिकॉर्ड रहेगा, आपका अकाउंट नंबर वो blockchain वाला अकाउंट नंबर होगा, अलग से आपको अकाउंट नंबर नहीं दिया जाएगा. So your assets will be on the blockchain. One benefit, other benefit.
Diversified supply price हो सकता है?
Diversified.
No, then let's say the different prices they can quote.
Okay, usually
the
prices
same-
similar रहते हैं, exchange decentralized centralized में ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं रहता है,
उसमें नहीं हो जाता है.
ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं रहता.
Because it is not managed by the any particular community ना.
But decentralized exchange पे आपको वॉल्यूम कम मिलेगी तो प्राइस में ना स्प्रेड ज़्यादा होगा. So bid ask तो आपको फेयर प्राइस में नहीं मिल पाएगा decentralized exchange में. फेयर प्राइस आपको centralized exchange में मिलेगा because everyone is going to centralized exchange, they don't go to decentralized exchange. तो decentralized exchange पे वॉल्यूम कम रहेगी तो आपको एक bid ask के बीच में स्प्रेड रहेगा. So you will not get the fair price, you get a price by price which is higher. Centralized exchange में थोड़ा lower रहता है. So there is less volatility on a decentralized exchange. What
is
are
क्या कहते हैं bid and ask के बीच में
spread?
spread, that is a spread.
Spread.
Spread is will be large or small.
Large. It will be large on a decentralized exchange. क्योंकि कम लोग हैं ना वहाँ पे.
हाँ.
कम लोग हैं वहाँ पे decentralized. Decentralized में there are more people, so there the bid ask spread is less. Volume ज़्यादा है, तो बिल्कुल zero ही रहता है usually. But on a decentralized exchange, it is usually higher. Right. The other con, what is the con or a pro of a decentralized exchange?
More safe.
Safe to become safe subjective है. I mean safe है because you are owning your cryptocurrencies. Centralized exchange will own your Bitcoin now.
So you are responsible for in decentralized exchange. You are responsible for the loss of crypto.
You are responsible for everything. If you lose your keys, you lose your password. Centralized exchange you can at least call a customer service, but not on decentralized exchange. Decentralized exchange you have so many more cryptocurrencies that you can buy. Because centralized exchange only lists those cryptocurrencies that they think are good. Right? But decentralized exchange you will find all the cryptocurrencies on that blockchain. Decentralized exchange पे user interface पे इतना interactive नहीं होगा than centralized exchange. Alright, so there are a lot of pros and cons like that. So you have to make an informed decision. No customer care, you don't want hero, so you cannot really call anyone. I lost my money, you know. But if you are actually want some support, where will you go for support on a decentralized exchange? आपने खरीद लिया, आपने कहा मेरे को ये problem आ रही है. I want to do something, you know, from one blockchain I want to move to the other blockchain. या फिर इसका fork होने वाला है, you know, this Bitcoin is having a fork. दो नई community बन गई है, यहाँ जाओ मुझे नहीं पता. Centralized होता है, probably they would support you, but decentralized there is no support, right? So you would go to online channels, Reddit पे जाएंगे, you know, you will read through what people are saying, what people are doing, you try to consult with an industry expert. So you are your own hero, right? So you don't get any support in a decentralized exchange. DeFi risk, DeFi as we talked about is decentralized finance. It is high risk, high reward, decentralized finance. DeFi platforms is nothing but a bank. Basically, DeFi is just a bank. What they do is they do lending. It's a bank. They do borrowing. They do yield farming. Yield farming. What is yield farming? Have you heard about yield farming? You earn a yield. Yield मिलती है तो बैंक पैसे रखते हैं. They give you rate of interest. Yield देते हैं. 1 year का let's say 9%. But on these DeFi platforms which are new, what they do is so they give you returns in their own coin, in their own cryptocurrency, and then returns will be very high. So they reserve initially जो join करेगा उसको 100% yield मिल जाएगी. Right? And then gradually as they get more popular, because more people will be on the ecosystem, trying to earn higher yield, and then gradually they reduce the yield as it becomes more popular. So what people are doing is they get on the platform, they will stake their money, stake on the MDP or things like that. They will stake their money and then they will earn a higher yield. And after some time when the yield goes down, many people are on the platform, they will withdraw and they will go to a new fund. So basically they are earning the yield and they are farming. Farming, जैसे farm harvest होता है जब crop उग जाती है, they harvest it. In the same way, they earn a high yield and then they go to a new platform. But they are subjecting themselves to a very high risk What if the DeFi goes down? What if they don't earn any yield? What if the coin is worthless? Things like that. So they have variable interest rates and they also have smart contract vulnerabilities. So on a DeFi website, if they say they'll pay 9%, but they have a bug in their smart contract, or if they are a rug-pull kind of website where they are not able to let you withdraw the money, things like that can happen on DeFi. So Terra USD stablecoin का ecosystem था, that had an algorithmic flaw. So there is a stablecoin that always maintains their value to $1, but they have to peg their value to any other underlying cryptocurrency. So for example, US dollars or Indian rupee usually peg their value to gold. Right? अगर gold की value भी कम चली जाए तो फिर the underlying currency would also go down. But gold की value बढ़ती जाती है तो all the currencies are safe.
Well, right now it is not a trend with the gold. It is,
Right now it is
a
not trend.
volume of you said demand and supply.
Yes,
The
right
volume
now.
on which you are trading it. No?
Yes.
So how it is going to affect this thing? This market is completely different.
So I'm telling like this, the stable coin, it's just like a US dollar, but they peg their value to some other commodity, which is just like gold.
Okay.
In their own head, that is just like gold. They say that we will operate just like US dollar, but we'll peg this from gold to another cryptocurrency, just to maintain a stable value. Right? So they say they bring out all this innovative things in the DeFi space. These are decentralized finance. They're trying to replace banks. They're trying to replace US dollar. They're trying to do all sorts of innovative, crazy things, right? So this stable point was pegged to any other their underlying Terra Luna coin.
Yes.
Terra Luna coin collapsed. US dollar to $1 failed to maintain a $1 value, and the whole ecosystem went to zero, crashed. And they were promising around 12% per annum rate of interest. People put their life saving into it. They feel like $1 to value है, $1 to rate. It's how difficult it is to maintain $1 value. And they lost all their value, all their money. And they cannot go to any customer. So has anyone done leverage or margin trading? Leverage margin trading.
The balance होती है.
Sorry.
Balance होते हैं leverage.
Balance पे होता है. Leverage trading वाले exchanges लेते हैं margin ले लो. अगर आप $1,000 हैं, like take 5 times margin. So I'll give you 4,000 more rupee and you invest 5,000 rupee with a 1,000 rupee that you have. 5 times margin. But अगर वो underlying currency या फिर stock it goes up in value, you are fine. But if it goes down, we get a margin call. Margin call आ जाएगा, बोलेंगे कि आप थोड़ा और पैसे जमा कराओ क्योंकि आपका जो है ना $1,000 it's not a sufficient margin to cover the losses. So you get a margin call. So margin call would lead to liquidation. Liquidation. If you do not cover your margin call within a day or two, they'll sell your stock for cryptocurrency. So this is margin trading. It's just like playing with fire. So you leverage your profits. You leverage you enter into a leverage position. You leverage your initial investment for a high risk, but that also means high losses or losing everything that you put in. So there was an event called Black Wednesday event, which is a crash of May 2022, where a lot of people had highly leveraged positions, and Bitcoin price fell down by 20-30%, and all of the positions got liquidated. Don't know which one they lose that money and then they can forget about it. So it is high risk and high reward. So you can get leverage up to 200 times on finance exchanges like that. 200 times. With 1,000 rupees, you can invest up to 2 lakh. That's a huge leverage, but the liquidation point is just 1%. So you have to be very careful if you want to go 200 times leverage. Like next moment the price is going up, and you earn like 1% ऊपर गया, and then you make like all the money and you get out. It's like playing with fire, so I would not recommend it. But if you want to really try it out, it's an interesting thing to try it out. So some exchange could have higher trading fees. So trading fees like this. So trading fees could be high. The exchanges charge all sorts of fees. They would charge fees to trade. If you want to buy, if you want to sell, you want to withdraw the money out of the exchange, there's fees for that. So these fees are usually hidden. You have to be making sure that you're not paying a lot of fees. So some decentralized exchanges, they offer lower fees than centralized one, but they have really complex interfaces, they have low liquidity. So fees is not the only thing that you have to look at, you have to also look at kitna liquid hai that platform. Kitna low
Even if I withdraw the money from the site,
yes.
they will charge and say that.
Yes.
But do the government is charging a tax on this? Say suppose I am putting say that crores of money in say Bitcoin. Okay, I am making say multi-million out of it. Then I am coming out of the market. Will the government is charging, the US government will charge the tax on that?
So you have
because I made some amount of a capital gain out of it.
Yes, so you have to pay taxes whenever you sell. You don't pay taxes when you buy or when you withdraw. Okay. Only when you sell, you pay taxes only when you sell.
Any type of, let's say, that other fee I have to pay for coming out of the...
You have to pay the fee to the exchange.
Exchange
you have to pay the fee. When you buy, when you sell, or when you withdraw, you pay a fee. You pay taxes only when you sell.
Achha, at the time of buy, we don't have to pay.
No, you don't pay taxes.
Like in currency market, we used to do it. No? So when you buy it, you give and say that, premium you give, and then when you come out of the market, again you have to pay the premium like this.
Then that's the fees. The taxes, the government take taxes when they know if you made a profit. And they will know if you made profits when you sell it, not when you buy it, right?
Okay.
So, but you pay the fees. Premium, like I said, that is the fees.
Okay.
That is going to the exchanges.
That's the transaction charges.
Transaction charges. Yes, transaction charges.
What is the percentage of transaction charges in this?
So 0.1%.
Like I said that in stock market, what we are doing, same thing.
Similar. It's not outrageous. But then if you're doing frequent transactions, leverage trading, if you're doing leverage trading, you're doing very frequent transactions, right? So let's say you're doing 100 times the leverage. So that 0.1% fee would be 100 times. Because instead of 1,000 rupees, you're trading 1 lakh rupees. So 1,000 rupees, if you bought for 1,000 rupees, 0.1% 1,000 is 1 rupee there, right? For 1 lakh rupee, 1.1% is 10 rupees. 10 rupees. Right. So for 1,000 rupees, if you're doing leverage trading, you're paying 10 rupees in fees. So you have to think about, how much profit you want to make, like that. So if you're doing leverage trading 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, you'll be paying exponential fees. So you have to be cognizant about that. Low liquidity and high spread. I talk about spread. What is a spread? Spread talk.
Difference between bid and ask?
Yes, bid and ask. So there is an order book. Order book में देखते होंगे नीचे आते हैं green ऊपर आते हैं red लिखे हुए आते हैं. Right. So the price of the underlying asset would be highest bid and lowest ask. Right. So bid is कोई बोली लगाता है. Highest बोली लगाता है उसको मिलता है ना. So highest bid, lowest ask तो sell करना चाहता है, lowest sell करता है, the lowest ask. Right. So this is the same way that is going around on the order book. That is the order book. Right. So अगर यहाँ पे थोड़ा gap हुआ, so highest bid इतना बड़ा नहीं आया, मैं कुछ बेचना चाहता हूँ. If I want to sell my phone, I will like मैं 1 लाख रुपए अपना phone बेचता हूँ. Highest bidder यहाँ पे बोलेगा नहीं मैं तो 30,000 दे सकता हूँ. So that 30,000 1 लाख 70,000 का हुआ, that is the spread. Right. So that is the spread. So low liquidity would lead to high spreads. Low liquidity यहाँ पे कम लोग हैं, यहाँ पे 1000 लोग और होते, तो कोई ना कोई भी होता है जो 1 लाख दे देता है. Right? So high liquidity would mean lower spread, low liquidity would mean high spread. तो अगर आप कुछ खरीदने जा रहे हैं, on a decentralized or centralized exchange, and then there is no liquidity, that would mean you will not get a fair price. You will get an unfair price. Lekin things are happening at such fast pace that even if you look at the order book, you're like, oh, there is a lot of liquidity. आपसे पहले एक कोई whale आ गया. Whale is a bigger investor who probably like would trade like $1 billion in one go. बहुत सारे पैसे लगा के. So he eat the order book basically. He eat the order book. आपसे पहले उसने execute कर दिया, फिर आपने click किया, and then you get slippage is there. So आपको fair price मिलेगा just because a whale front run your transaction before you do it. So slippage is another risk. So that is also called, there is a gap in the order book. Gapping बोलते हैं. Gapping would lead to slippage. There is a whale. This is a whale here. He eating the whole order book.
A big fish is.
A big fish, yeah. There is a whale called a whale in the crypto world. They will be buying $100 million worth of the coin, and they'll eat the whole order book, and then you will not get the fair price. So that is also a big risk. So gapping would lead to slippage or missed opportunity or unexpected losses.
And it will also lead to a very high volatile in the market if this such a type of situation takes place.
Yeah.
Suppose I am a particular dealer who is taking a maximum Bitcoin from the market. Ultimately, the demand for that start increasing. So I can start, like when I say Harshad Mehta, I can do it.
Yeah,
What do you think so?
Yeah, usually market would balance itself. अगर एक whale ने खा भी लेता है, then there will be market who would be selling, and they will balance the price out. Actually, but people do that in a low viewpoint. It is easy to manipulate like that. So one whale would be like, okay, I'll eat the whole order book, and then other people are like, okay, this is going up, let's keep buying. So there are a lot of things happening, and this market is kind of very crazy how things are evolving, but a lot of things can be possible, or but you have to mind the risks also. Environmental impact of mining, the cost of digital gold. So like we discussed, proof of work is not environmentally friendly. You have to buy bigger computers, or वो electricity consume करेंगे. The Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index estimates that Bitcoin mining alone consumes more electricity than Argentina. So अभी ऐसा है that Bitcoin mining is consuming that much electricity, but in the future it's going to get worse. So you have to be mindful of where Bitcoin mining is sourcing the energy from. So the governments these days are doing, they have regulations on where you can open a Bitcoin mining rig. You can only open Bitcoin mining rig where you have electricity from renewable sources. You cannot have a mining rig powered by coal electricity plant. So it has to be renewable electricity. So mining rewards. So the miners get a mining reward. So miners के लिए भी risk है. There's a lot of risk for the miners. So you open a mining rig. So what you will do is you put in 10 lakh rupees. Let's say you open a mining rig, and then your electricity bills for a month are 1 lakh rupees. And you mine some Bitcoin rewards मिलते हैं आपको. When you have a mining rig, you get some rewards. And what you do is you go to the market, sell Bitcoin that you want in the month, and then you pay the electricity bill. But when you go to the market, you see that Bitcoin has crashed. So where do you get the money to pay the electricity bill? So if the Bitcoin price remains low for a long time, you will not be able to escape the losses. So this is the risk associated with mining. And with the proof of work, you have to keep updating your computers from time to time. Then computer will be running with a high capacity, because over time, the difficulty of mining, the hash rate keeps going up. So you have to keep replacing your computers. It's not like you bought the computers, but next year you have to replace it. That is an additional cost that you have to incur if you are trying to mine coins. There is deflation risk. So Bitcoin is deflationary. This risk is for the economy than for the individual. So rupee is inflationary. So what is inflationary currency and what is deflationary currency? Inflationary currency is the supply of which can go up. Economical changes. So both of them gets impacted. Inflationary means rupee is an inflationary currency. Right? So that means that government can have more money in circulation. When there is more money in circulation, there is a lot of development that could happen along with it. Right? So government puts in a lot of rupee in the market. Interest rates come back then, the RBI reduces the interest rates, so that means that pumping the economy. With that there is inflation in the economy. With inflation comes growth. Right? But with Bitcoin, you cannot have more Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not inflationary, it is inflation resistant in that sense, but it has characteristics of deflationary nature because people keep using their secret keys, so overall the supply keeps going down. So after a while, people could realize that Bitcoin की supply तो कम हो रही है, demand is same. In fact, demand is increasing, so the price will keep on increasing for like the next 10 years, let's say. People would realize, why would I, put in FD? Banking why would I not buy Bitcoin? So this would impact the economy in a negative way. Because we are used to living in an inflationary environment, we are not used to living in a deflationary environment. So if we are this transition would mean that people would not spend the money. So when there is no spending, the GDP of the countries and things like that would go down. So there is an economic risk associated with deflation.
Any fixed time is there to invest? I say like for per day, maybe. At what time? Like let's say stock markets open and then close.
Oh.
Is there anything of that sort is there?
So there is nothing like that because crypto market is 24 hours. Because it is decentralized nature. Right? So if the markets are open 24 hours, there is no good time to be able to navigate in the market and things like that. So there is untraceability and illegal activities. So like we discussed before, when Silk Road launched, which is a notorious marketplace for illegal goods, you can buy drugs and everything. So Bitcoin was the proponent, initial player on Silk Road, where people are using Bitcoin to do illegal things. There is lagging government regulations, we discussed about this. So there are a lot of crypto slangs. So let's see if you are aware, you have to know about, have you heard about FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out. So there is a fear of missing out that you are not investing early and then you are lagging behind. Right? So there are a lot of slangs like this, we will discuss about these slangs. There is a thing called aping. Oh, this guy is aping on the coin. Aping. So ape doesn't have any brain, so he's just buying. He's aping. Investing in a cryptocurrency based on emotion or hype without thought of research. Degen. He's a degenerate. Short form for degenerate. What is a degen? What is a degenerate? A derogatory term for someone who takes excessive risk in cryptocurrency investment. He is a degenerate. He is a crazy guy. He'll do anything in cryptocurrency. He'll do a lot of risk. So he is a degenerate. Diamond hands. Oh my God, he has diamond hands. Any guesses? Too much money out of crypto? So something like that, yes. So he has diamond hands, meaning he has such good thing. Whatever he has bought is only going up in value, it's better he keep holding. So his hand, whatever is in hand is diamond. Someone who holds on to their investment through thick and thin. Because their investment is so good. Paper hands. So like diamond hands, there is paper hands. So in old times when you bought something, you get a paper, right? You say this is the contract that you bought something, right? Paper hand is your investment is so bad that it's not even worth the paper that you bought from. YOLO. You only live once. So there is a YOLO strategy where people will go 100 times leverage. And then they will be like, okay, you only live once. Either you will make a lot of money or You only live once, often used to justify risky investment. 5. This is a very famous term in cryptocurrency. Whenever someone talks negative about something, you'll be like, yeah, it's a fear fila raha hai, it's a fat fila raha hai. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So Bitcoin will go through a lot of FUD situations, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And people realize that all the negative information is just temporary. In the long term, Bitcoin is going up. This is only FUD. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Negative information or rumors spread to manipulate prices or discourage investment. BYOR. BYOR. Do your own research. Do your own research. So whenever you look at a YouTuber, YouTuber will like BYOR. Do your own research. Don't trust me. It's not a legit advice. It's not a legit advice. Legit means legitimate. It's not legit advice. Emphasizing ethical and responsible behavior in crypto space. Is it legit? Is it legitimate? The YouTuber will be like BYOR, it is NFA. Do your own research, it is this NFA. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. Taking responsibility for your own investment decisions and avoiding giving unsolicited financial advice. Rug pull, we discussed about rug pull. What is rug pull? When somebody loses all the money because the cryptocurrency is scam, so the cryptocurrency owner did a rug pull, pulled the rug and everybody slipped. So this guy, even that, is pulling the rug and investors, small investors are slipping. A scam where developers abandon project and steal investors' funds. Ponzi schemes. What is a Ponzi scheme? So easy. It is just a scam. Ponzi scheme is a scam. Investment scams that pay early investors with new investors' funds. So Ponzi scheme is someone comes up to you and they say, okay, invest in this fund and I'll give you double the money in 10 years. Of course, what this guy is doing, it's taking your money, giving it to someone who promised before. And then he promised the same thing to someone else, I'll double your money, so it is a Ponzi scheme. So there are some safe ways to protect yourself. First is use strong password and two-factor authentication. So always use two-factor authentication. You have to research the projects and developers before investing in anything. Beware of unrealistic promises and guarantees. Never share the private keys and sensitive information. Alright. Now we'll talk about the real world crypto scams. So BitConnect had a Ponzi scheme. So you heard about these schemes where there will be one person at the top and he'll get 2% under him, and then the 2% will get 2 more % under him. What a pyramid scheme, right? Pyramid scheme, not that. So BitConnect was a pyramid scheme. People initially made a lot of money from here to here. It went going up. And when the bubble burst, it went down. Right? So BitConnect was a classic 2016-18 example where people lost a lot.
So what is the reason for coming down this? Because this is not based on any news or something like this. Unless if there is some market news, then we can say that it's going to come. But what is the reason behind for it?
So initially,
is there any from this rug pulled or something like that?
So in this kind of pyramid schemes, initially it is easy to get more players. It's economic scam basically. Initially it's easy, but then when you reach like a plateau, when there are so many people, billion people, and then there is not a possibility to get more people. So the last people who join will never make money.
Okay, the person who is.
So the first one would, the initial on the top would make money, but then when enough.
It's like in a pyramid, you can call it.
Pyramid schemes.
Pyramid scheme. Okay.
There are many pyramid schemes even in India which are not blockchain based, but the government have recognized that these are illegal. This cannot sustain forever. Because
Now, how you will come to know at what time I have to come out of the markets or something? Is there is any?
So you avoid such schemes. Pyramid schemes you have to avoid. DIY, do your own research, and then avoid the pyramid schemes. So this is one big lesson from
It's a Ponzi.
Ponzi scheme. Yeah. Pyramid schemes that you have to avoid. So center tech IPO fraud, falsely claimed partnership with Visa and Mastercard. So center tech, they had an initial coin offering like an IPO. They wanted to raise money, and then they said, "Oh, we have partnership Visa and Mastercard." They had on the blog. There was a false news. That false news, they raised 25 million, and then the founders faced SEC charges for conducting an unregistered security offering. They went to jail because they tried to get money with fake information. My Ether wallet phishing attack. Phishing attack. What is a phishing attack? Phishing with a PH. PHIS. Not phishing, but phishing. What is phishing attack?
Phishing is something where one can book the website.
One can?
We can duplicate website.
Duplicate website. Yes, yes. So it is phishing attack is just like you get a message on your phone, not from the real entity, but from a fake entity. And you click on a button and you go to, let's say, you get a message from HDFC ICICI Bank. You click on the link and they go to a similar looking website, and then you try to enter your credential, but then you realize, oh, this is not, this looks the same, but it's not the real website. So the same thing happened with my Ether wallet, which is an Ethereum based website. So it's not available, but this says my Ether wallet, but my Y has 2 dots on the top. It is very easy to overlook. My has 2 dots and E has 2 dots on the top. It looks exactly the same. So you have to link your account. When you link your account, you put in your private keys. You put in your private keys on a similar looking website. So many people fell prey to this phishing attack, and they lost a lot of money. There is SIM swapping hack. So SIM swap worked by a hacker convincing a cell phone carrier to switch a mobile phone to a SIM in the hacker's possession. So hacker will do this, they do SIM swapping. It is very common these days. So they'll do it, they'll call the carrier and they say, oh, I lost my SIM, I lost my phone, why don't you link my new phone to the number that I had before. So they'll call the carrier, Idea or Geo, and they say, okay, put this number on my phone. So the original person who was supposed to receive the OTP and everything, he will never get it, but a new person will get it. So this is SIM swapping attack. So this also happened in the cryptocurrency world. Proteum is another coin. They conducted an ICO for a non-existing product. Product coming into us, they raised the money for that product, and then on the website they shut it down. And this can also happen. There is a Ripple SEC case. So this is not a scam, but the government was very much against Ripple, and they didn't want Ripple to operate. So they said Ripple is not security. So they could not raise any money, and they could not do many things that other companies could do. So Ripple filed a case against Security Exchange Commission, and they were stalled by the SEC for a long time. But they eventually won the case. They won the case by the end of it. So this is an example where the government could crack down on a cryptocurrency where you are investing, and you could maybe lose that because of regulatory pressure, or the company would fight the case for a long time, so your money is stuck for like 4 years. Binance is facing regulatory investigations. This is the Binance founder. So now Binance is charged with cases of fraud because they operated in the US, and on Binance many people tried. So you see, it went up, and then the developer decided to sell everything. Ethereum Classic was a fork of Ethereum. And when it got launched, it faced a lot of 51% attack. So 51% attack is when the community is small and 51% of people, of the miners, decide to attack the blockchain, then it is possible. So it faced 51% attacks. So they had to do, there was a lot of double spending losses. So one account could pay like 2-3 times the same amount of money, even when it didn't have. So they faced some problems like this. This was fixed forward. China banned cryptocurrencies. So when there was a news that China was banning cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin fell from $43,000 to $39,000 in a day. So cryptocurrency risky or not? Cryptocurrencies offer potential for higher risk, but also carry significant high returns, but also carry significant risk. So it's a high risk, high return game basically. Understanding the risk and conducting further research is a key. Remember, D by OR, D by do your own research, avoid FUD, avoid fear, uncertainty, doubt, and invest in a long-term perspective. Okay, so now we talk about how do you get information when you have decided to invest in cryptocurrency. कौन सी websites हैं where you can go and get information from? So there are websites called CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, these kind of websites. You go on this website, you have all the cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin here is on the top, which has a market capitalization of $445 billion. Then you can see what are the topmost currencies. The next one is Ethereum, with a market cap of $200 billion. Then you have Tether. Tether is $1. USD is $1. These are stable coins which are always $1 coins. So you can go to these websites to get information from. So market cap and total supply. So on the same website, if you click on Bitcoin, you get the market cap of Bitcoin, which is this. Total supply is 21 million, like we discussed before. And this is the price of Bitcoin and that. Right now it's $43,000. This is showing $23,000. So you can do technical analysis. So there are two types of analysis before you invest in any coin. One is the fundamental analysis, the other is technical analysis. Fundamental analysis is you look at the P by E ratio, you look at the fundamentals of the company, current ratio, like things like that. Look at the balance sheet and you decide you like the project. In technical analysis, you look at the chart basically. You look at only the chart, because the charts that a currency would make, any stock would make, resembles the user behavior and patterns. So there is an up and there is a down. So whenever there is an up, there is a down. So whenever you buy when it's down, you sell when it's up. And then you can use many trading indicators available on tradingview.com. Tradingview is another website. Crypto trading. Where to buy? So you can buy on a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange. The centralized exchanges in India is ZPay, CoinSwitch, Binance, UnoCoin, Bit, BNS, WazirX. These are the exchanges where you can. First you have to register, then you have to get your KYC done, know your customers, you have to submit your Aadhaar card and things like that. And then you do two-factor authentication to get the code on your phone or on your email. And then you will be able to link your bank account, and then from your bank account transfer money from your bank account to the exchange, and then you can purchase it. So
this can be done from India also?
Yes, these exchanges are in India.
But do the RBI is allowing you to trade on this?
Yes. So RBI says you have to pay your TDS whenever you buy, tax deduction and source. So whenever you buy, you will pay your TDS. And these exchanges will deduct the TDS from your account. And by the end of the year, when you sell it, you have to report, every time you sold it, you have to report your profits, and you have to pay 30% flat from your profits to the government for taxes. So these are the regulations by the government, and you can buy from these exchanges.
Only snobbish people can
Only
snobbish can do it, not like us.
No, it's not like that. It's just like investing in stocks, but you have to link your bank account, transfer money, A little bit of margin.
Do the bank gives us, let's say, any margin money for this thing also? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Banks are not providing any
Banks
fund.
are not.
They don't deal in this.
No, banks will not provide anything. But the exchanges itself, they will provide margin money.
Margin money they are giving.
They will give margin. So those were the centralized exchanges on CEX, buying on CEX. These are decentralized exchanges. This is decentralized like Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap. So these are swap websites where you can buy any point on a decentralized exchange. So there is a gas fee when you go to decentralized exchanges. You pay a gas fees. Gas is a small fee charged by the network. So the network will pay fees, and it will eventually go to the miners who are supporting the network. Right? So what your portfolio should be like? So in your portfolio there could be 3 types of points. One is the safe point. One is like less risk, medium risk, high risk. Right? So less risk are the top points are the less risk. Bitcoin is the least risky point out of the whole cryptocurrency landscape. So usually people say you should invest most of your money in Bitcoin and then small money in other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the top 2. These are the safest bets. Medium bets are, let's say, this is Binance Coin, BNB, Solana. We discussed about Solana. There's XRP, Cardano, Avalanche, Dogecoin. So these are medium risk bets. These are topmost coins, top 10 coins, all of these. So these are medium risk. But if you want to go even higher risk with even higher possibility of return, you can invest in maybe rarer coins. You can go to even rare coins with lower market cap. You could also segment by category. You can decide, oh, I want to buy AI coins that operate in AI, who are selling NFT, who are into gaming, who are into DeFi or DeFi is a new concept these days. So they are layered on layer. So you can segment by categories. So you spread your portfolio across categories also. Because sometimes there is one category that is outperforming the other category. So there could be AI category with AI. So AI is outperforming these days. So in the next 5 years, you think AI will do good. Invest in AI coins. So there is a sample allocation would look like this. In this allocation, you see that there is Ethereum. So Bitcoin should be 50% of your portfolio. Safe points like Bitcoin to Ethereum. So this guy is investing, Ethereum is 11%. I think 50% this is Bitcoin. You cannot see the image. And then Ethereum is 11%. Neo is smaller coin, which is 11%. ADA is Cardano, which is another 10%. So things like that. You can divide your portfolio accordingly. But usually what is recommended is 50% or more should be Bitcoin. So these are real world gens, real world regenerated people who made a lot of money. A few examples from the internet. So a ship holder, Shiba Inu, is like Dogecoin, it's a meme coin, and who became a multi-billionaire. He became multi-billionaire. He invested $8,000 and he became multi-billionaire. Billion. He made a lot of money with $8,000 of investment. In 2010, some guy invested $3,000 when the price of Bitcoin was 15 cents. Now it is $42,000. Right? So he has 20,000 Bitcoins and he's like a very rich person. In 2010, someone paid 10,000 Bitcoin as fees to buy a pizza. So he thought his transaction was successful, but now you think about it, it was not very successful because he gave away 10,000 Bitcoin. Some guy became a slum Doge millionaire by investing in Dogecoin. Slum Doge millionaire. Alright, so what you have to do is, you have to keep calm and hodl. The hodl is hold on to real life. So you have to keep holding your coins or the cryptocurrency for a long time, and you have to keep calm because there will be ups and downs that will be happening in the market, and you have to swim through it.
Is it a long-term investment or short? So today if I am buying one Bitcoin for $42,000, okay? बोलने में क्या है कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है? अगर ऐसे ले रहा हूँ कि I have to stay calm and quiet and wait that how the pyramid is moving.
Yeah. So long term, think about the long term perspective only. Because it's a very risky game, but in Bitcoin, it has been the best performing assets of all the assets class. Gold, US stocks, Indian stocks. Any market has been the best performing asset from all the asset classes. So if you're looking for a long term horizon, it will still be a very good investment after like 5-10 years. So think of it as a long term investment because the ups and it's so much volatile. If you look at it short term, you'd probably grow more anxious because there's subjected to a lot of volatility, ups and downs. So long term horizon is the best way to think about it. But people do it for short term also. Who are more experienced to think that it will go down for sure, go up for sure. They do long and they will also go short.
Is it allowed that I can buy even one Bitcoin also?
You can buy one Bitcoin, you can buy 1/10 of Bitcoin. If you have just like 1,000 rupees, you can buy Bitcoin worth 1,000 rupees.
But other people I will invest.
Sorry?
But other people I will invest.
Yes, yes.
I have to think on this. If there is a lot of profit there, one have to catch up this particular market.
Yes.
This still before it gets completely recognized.
Yeah, it is quite recognized now, but there is so much opportunities.
Opportunities are there. That's
All right, so this was all for today. You can email us at info@bankingquest. And we also have a quiz, but before we do a small quiz, if you have about cryptocurrencies, where to invest.
Sir, is Trust Wallet safe?
Is which one?
Trust Wallet.
Trust Wallet?
Yeah.
So there are so many wallets that are available. So there is digital wallet, which you have like MetaMask, which is browser based. But there is also hard wallets like Ledger Nano. So Ledger Nano is better than the digital wallets. It's better to have a hard wallet like a pen drive than to use the online wallet for the MetaMask like the browser extensions. But so far I haven't had any problems. I have both. So with the hard wallet, even if you use the hard wallet, you have the keys. So you can request a new hard wallet and you can recover the same assets with the keys that you have from the old wallet. So they have their cold storage, the hard wallet provider like Ledger. They have their cold storage that they store everything on the cold storage. The device is just a means to see which one that you hold. But I haven't had any problems. But it's also a matter of how you keep your identity secure from the hackers. So if you expose your public address on your social media platform, then one day people who are scanning the websites, they'll be like, okay, this asset is belonging to this guy. And if they know you, they'll probably like, okay, let's get that. So these are usually safe, but you have to keep your identity safe. Any more questions? All right. Awesome. So let's do this. Let's scan this code and we'll go to My Quiz website. And on the My Quiz website, we'll have a small quiz.
You have to scan this?
Yes. So it's a small quiz that we'll do. It's on.
Come on. Interesting.
First, second, you are done.
13 people have joined. Does anyone have any problem?
Sir, load me.
आपको लिंक भेजो ना लिंक
Okay, start.
से आप आराम से मैं अभी ज्वाइन करूँगा.
Okay, so you have few seconds to answer before you move on to the next question. Alright, Ayush is the only one. Alright, thank you so much for coming here.
Mr. Das, now may I invite Professor Dr. A.S. Ramnarayan to present a memento to our guest. Thank you, sir. I hereby request Professor Dr. A.S. Ramnarayan, Program Coordinator of MBA and MBA IB, to stand.
Respected Chairman, sir, Vice Chairman, Dean Academics, and Director, sir. It was a wonderful time we had with Mr. Varun Gulati, who has got a lot of knowledge about, let's say, the Bitcoiners. Since we had, let's say, very limited time to discuss with him, and I'm very thankful to him. In a short time, he has accepted my invitations, and I'm also thankful to Mr. Gulati ji also, who has just introduced Varun to me, and I want to thank my management for giving a platform to discuss with our student related to a new subject called as a Bitcoin, which may come in the near future in a very big way. And I want to thank all my students and alumni who had participated on my single call. They all came over here and supported this event. And I want to thank my anchor Aparna for giving, and I say that I told her to participate. She said, she didn't say even a single thing, yes sir, when I have to join. Only the simple question she asked me. And I want to thank my IT time. If I don't thank them, then they will start scolding me that, sir, you have not told anything about us. So without their support also, it is not possible to have such a nice. So I want to thank Mr. Varun to come once again and given us big sessions, at least in MDP for 5 to 6 hours, so that to tell us how to, mathematically how to solve all these things. Okay, and with that, I want to thank everyone for participating. Thank you very much.